Hi, this is Ravikant. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will see the magic of a hexagon, in which we will see some basic formulas of trigonometry. It is called a magical hexagon because it can be easily learned and it will magic on your mind so that your memory will become sharp and you will do some operations very fast. So without further ado, let's start the basic trigonometry show. First, let's see some trigonometrical identities. So this is our magical hexagon. Let's give some trigonometric ratios named sine, cos, cot, cosec, sec and tan to the particular corner around the hexagon. You have to remember this hexagon as it is so that you can perform some tasks. Now join the opposite corners to each other and put one in the center. So finally we have made our magical hexagon that will help you to learn the outstanding concepts that you might learn in your entire life. First start from sine and move clockwise direction through cos and cot. Here we will make a formula of sine by dividing cos and cot. So dividing cos by cot, then we can write the formula sine is equals to cos by cot. So this is the sine formula that can be written in the terms of cos and cot. Now next we start from cos and we move clockwise direction through cot and cosec. So we can generate the formula of cos in terms of cot and cosec. So cos is equals to cot by cosec. So we follow this procedure and we can generate total 6 formulas. Next we have cot. So cot is equals to cosec by sec. Next is cosec. So cosec is equals to sec by tan. Next we have sec. So sec is equals to tan by sine. At last we have tan. So tan is equals to sine by cos. So these are the formulas that will help you to increase the speed of calculations. With the help of these formulas, you will become faster. Next we move in anti-clockwise direction. So let's start with sine and move anti-clockwise direction through tan and sec. Then we can write the formula sine equals to tan by sec. Next we have tan. So after moving anti-clockwise, we can write tan equals to sec by cosec. Next is sec. So sec is equals to cosec by cot. Next is cosec. So cosec is equals to cot by cos. Next we have cot. So cot is equals to cos by sine. And finally we have cos. So cos is equals to sine by tan. So after moving anti-clockwise direction, we have generated total 6 formulas. With these formulas, you will become perfect in trigonometry. Now let's see some reciprocal relations. Reciprocal relations means opposite or inverse relations between trigonometric ratios. So first we write reciprocal relation for sine. So you can see sine and cosec are in opposite relationship. So we can write sine is equals to 1 by cosec. And also we can write cosec is equals to 1 by sine. So these are the two reciprocal relations between sine and cosec. Next if I talk about cos and sec, so these are also reciprocal to each other. So we can write the relations cos is equals to 1 by sec and sec is equals to 1 by cos. Similarly we can also write the reciprocal relations for tan and cot. So tan is equals to 1 by cot and cot is equals to 1 by tan. So also remember these formulas to get perfectness. Next we make some square laws formulas. These formulas are very important, so learn very carefully. To understand square laws formulas, first square all the trigonometric ratios. Now let's start from sine square and move towards 1 through cos square. So the sum of trigonometric ratios sine square and cos square will always equals to 1. Then we can write sine square x plus cos square x is equals to 1. Next start from cosec square and move towards 1 through cot square. Then we can write cosec square x minus cot square x is equals to 1. Next start from sec square and move towards 1 through tan square. Then we can write sec square x minus tan square x is equals to 1. So these are the identities that play an important role in trigonometry. These identities are also known as the base of trigonometry. You cannot solve questions until you don't remember these identities. Now let's have a look at the sign of trigonometric ratios. We will see that when angle changes, then how the sign of trigonometric ratios changes. So let this is our x-axis, this is our y-axis and this is our origin. Now let's start from positive x-axis. Here the angle is 0 degree or 360 degree. Now move anti-clockwise and we go at positive y-axis. Here the angle is 90 degree from positive x-axis. Now at negative x-axis, the angle is 180 degree from positive x-axis. And at negative y-axis, the angle is 270 degree. So we have drawn angles which are specified by the particular axis. Now draw a straight line at an angle of theta from positive x-axis in first quadrant. Now draw another straight line which lies in two quadrants at angles minus theta and theta 1 from positive x-axis. So this is our first quadrant, this is our second quadrant, this is our third quadrant, and this is our fourth quadrant. Now let's see which trigonometric sign changes and which remains as it is in the particular quadrant. So in first quadrant, all trigonometric signs will be positive. Means there will be no change in sign if the trigonometric ratio lies in first quadrant. Next is second quadrant, only sine and cosec will be positive and other trigonometric ratios will be negative. Means if we have other ratios except sine and cosec, then they will be negative in second quadrant. In third quadrant, only tan and cot will be positive. Means other trigonometric ratios will be negative except tan and cot. And in fourth quadrant, only cos and sec will be positive and other trigonometric ratios will be negative. So we have distributed the trigonometric ratios on the basis of their sign changes in the fourth quadrants. Now points which I am going to discuss about are very important. These points are about the change in trigonometric ratios for angles. Means how will a trigonometric ratio change in other trigonometric ratios according to the angles. So the trigonometric ratios would change for angles 90 degree plus minus theta and 270 degree plus minus theta. And these ratios would remain same for angles 180 degree plus minus theta and 360 degree plus minus theta. We will see the use of these 2 points in the end of this video. So for angles 90 degree plus minus theta and 270 degree plus minus theta, sine will change into cos, tan will change into cot, sec will change into cosec, and vice versa. So when we have to change in trigonometric ratios according to the angles, then we will use this concept. Now it's time to use these concepts. So for implementation of concepts, we will solve the following questions. So let's start with our first question, sin 90 minus theta. We will solve this question by step by step. So first see the angle, which is 90 minus theta. So what does it mean? It means 90 minus theta is an angle that lies somewhere in first quadrant, because the angle is less than 90 degree and greater than 0 degree. In next step, we see the quadrants in which the angle lies. So the angle lies in first quadrant. In next step, we see that in the particular quadrant which trigonometric ratio is positive and which is negative. And in the last step, we will check that which trigonometric ratio is given to us. So return back to the question. We have the angle 90 minus theta that lies in first quadrant. And in this quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. So the sign will be as it is, and we have given sign as the trigonometric ratio that will change according to the angle. So the angle is 90 minus theta, that means it will change into cos. So finally we have got sin 90 minus theta is equals to cos theta. Next is sin 180 degree plus theta. First check the quadrant in which the angle lies. So the angle is 180 degree plus theta, means the angle lies in third quadrant. In this quadrant only tan and cot are positive, but we have given sine as the trigonometric ratio, that means it will be negative. Now check whether the trigonometric ratio would change or not. So the angle is 180 degree plus theta, and we know at this angle the trigonometric ratio does not change. It remains as it is. So sin 180 degree plus theta is equals to minus sin theta. Next we have cos 180 degree minus theta. Here the angle is 180 degree minus theta that lies in second quadrant. And in second quadrant only sin and cosec are positive. and other ratios are negative. So we have given cos and it would be negative, and it will remain as it is because the angle is 180 degree minus theta. So cos 180 degree minus theta is equals to minus cos theta. Next we have cot 270 degree plus theta. Here the angle lies in fourth quadrant, and in this quadrant only cos and sec are positive, and we have given cot so that it will be negative, and it will change into tan because at this angle the trigonometric ratio will change. So cot 270 degree plus theta is equals to minus tan theta. Next we have tan 360 degree minus theta. Here the angle lies in fourth quadrant, and in this quadrant only cos and sec are positive, so tan would be negative, and it would remain as it is because the angle is 360 degree minus theta. So tan 360 degree minus theta is equals to minus tan theta. Next we have sec 270 degree minus theta. Here the angle lies in third quadrant, and in this quadrant only tan and cot are positive, and we have given sec, so sec would be negative, and it will change into cosec because at this angle 270 degree minus theta all trigonometric ratios will change. So sec 270 degree minus theta is equals to minus cosec theta. And in the last we have cosec 90 degree plus theta. Here the angle lies in second quadrant, and in second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive, and we have given cosec, that means it would be positive, and it will change into sec because the angle is 90 degree plus theta, and we all know that at this angle all trigonometric ratios will change. So cosec 90 degree plus theta is equals to sec theta. So these are some examples in which we have learned how the trigonometric ratios change with the given angles. I hope you all understand very well. Now we solve some questions so that the concepts become more clear. Let's take tan 135 degree. We have to find out what would be the value of tan 135 degree. And we will find the value by two methods. So let's start. If you don't mind, then I can write tan 135 degree is equals to tan 90 degree plus 45 degree. One thing I tell you that always choose the nearest angle and small angle. So the angle is 45 degree that lies in second quadrant, and in second quadrant only sine and cosec are positive. So tan would be negative, and it will change into cot because the angle is 90 degree plus theta. So tan 90 degree plus 45 degree is equals to minus cot 45 degree, and we know that cot 45 degree is to 1. So the value of tan 135 degree is equals to minus 1. Now solve this question by another method. We can also write tan 135 degree is equals to tan 180 degree minus 45 degree. You can solve either from 90 degree or 180 degree. It's your choice. So we have the angle 180 degree minus 45 degree. That means 45 degree lies in second quadrant, and in this quadrant only sine and cosec are positive. So here tan would be negative, and it would remain same because the angle is 180 degree minus theta. So tan 180 degree minus 45 degree is equals to minus tan 45 degree. That is equals to minus 1. So by this method we have also got the value of tan 135 degree is equals to minus 1. Now take another example. Cosec 300 degree. We can also write cosec 300 degree is equals to cosec 270 degree plus 30 degree. Here the angle lies in fourth quadrant, and in this quadrant only cos and sec are positive, so cosec would be negative, and it will change into sec because the angle is 270 degree plus theta. So cosec 270 degree plus 30 degree is equals to minus sec 30 degree, and we know the value of sec 30 degree, which is equals to 2 by root 3. So finally we have got the value of cosec 300 degree, which is equals to minus 2 by root 3. Now solve with the different method. If you don't mind, then I can write cosec 300 degree is equals to cosec 360 degree minus 60 degree. Here the angle lies in fourth quadrant, and in this quadrant only cos and sec are positive, so cosec would be negative, and it would remain as it is because the angle is 360 degree minus theta. So cosec 360 degree minus 60 degree is equals to minus cosec 60 degree, and we know cosec 60 degree is equals to 2 by root 3. So finally we have got the value of cosec 300 degree is equals to minus 2 by root 3. Now you can compare both methods, that will always get the same value. So that's all in this video. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Now I am sure that you have become perfect in the basic trigonometry. And this is our basic trigonometry show. These concepts will become more clear when you will see the upcoming trigonometric ratios graphs. So stay tuned with me to watch more concepts. So thanks for watching our videos. If you like this video, then give a big thumbs up to the video. Till then, I meet you with a new video, and finally, as usual, spread magic everywhere so that your life also become magical.